Thank you, Chairman. Just before I begin, I didn't even plan to speak on this particular piece, but as I've been in and out, because we had multiple committees today, I've heard this constant harangue about Republicans causing gun violence. Now let's really look at this. So I thought about the big cities. I thought about Chicago, New York City, D.C., Baltimore, Philadelphia, just to name a few of them. Is Chicago a Republican city? Is New York City a Republican city? Is Baltimore a Republican city? Is D.C. a Republican town? Is Philadelphia a Republican city? They all have the worst crime rates. Little babies, children, others are killed virtually every week in these places. They have the strictest gun laws you can find anywhere. It is cruel to tell people because you are going to make a stabilizing brace illegal that their little babies are going to be okay, that their children are going to be okay, that their families are going to be okay, because it just isn't true. And Mr. Hunt's exactly right. It has to do with our family structure, our family, our faith, our belief in freedom and patriotism. Our society has fallen apart to a great degree, and this administration has taken every chance possible, every chance to politicize gun violence, to push more and more restrictive measures on legal and law-abiding gun owners. I'm a gun owner. I go to the range once or twice a week. And the guys that I see there are not bad people. They're sportsmen. They practice. They're very responsible. They know how important it is to be responsible. But you know what I do know? I know the ATF and the progressive district attorneys have decided to focus efforts not on punishing the individuals who commit the real crimes, the bad guys, and there are bad guys, but instead use tragedy to push a political agenda to try to waste Second Amendment rights. So my first question to you is, which scenario makes Americans safer? I want everybody to think about this. What makes Americans safer? Turning law-abiding Americans into felons by banning pistol braces, or if we have a weak on crime DA who lets people in and out of jail. Some of these people have 20, 30, 40 priors. So is it the violent gun offender that's let out over and over again, or is it a pistol brace that a veteran is using or an older man is using when they shoot? I'd like you to answer that question.
At ATF, we focus a huge percentage of our resources on fighting the kind of violent crime that you have talked about.
Sir,
and it's important.
I'm respecting your position, and I'm asked you to answer a simple question. Is it the brace that's a problem, or is it the fact that people who've committed felonies are let out over and over again? Which is it? Is it the brace or the felony? Which is it? Is it the brace or the felony? Which is it?
When we do an investigation,
which is it? Is it the brace or the felony, sir?
A gang member, and we discover that gang member with a brick of crack cocaine and a short-barreled rifle, those are both dangerous things. Well, law-abiding citizens should not be targeted.
I
agree with you on that, but there are violent people who are using...
We are letting people out more than we ever have in our history. Crime rates are going up in the cities more than we've ever seen because of the new ultra-left philosophy that we have on criminals. It's a fact. I'm not making this stuff up. So it's an upside-down world in which we live in, and we're turning millions of law-abiding Americans into felons because you made a change about a gun brace. And that's not going to help these ladies. It's cruel to do this to these ladies, and I know some of them may think you're going to be the heroes, but you're not. And the assumption by the ATF that these pistol braces make a normal, law-abiding person suddenly a violent criminal is bizarre, which leads to my second question. We already know that you're unable to exactly define what an assault weapon is. You said so. We have it on tape. So instead I'll ask.
It's not my role to define it.
I know.
If you delegate me that authority by statute,
It's alcohol,
asked me to
tobacco,
make a
and
rule.
firearms, but we know nothing about it. However, have you ever used a firearm with a pistol brace attachment?
I've used many different types of firearms.
Have you? Did it make you feel like committing a crime?
I believe I have used a firearm with the stabilizing brace, which was designed to be
And man,
shouldered.
did it flow through your blood that you wanted to commit a crime?
I believe that people
yield.
possess
Woman's time's
firearms
up.
and that the firearms aren't things that flow through their bloods. I don't
Chair recognizes Ms. Hageman.